Él abrirá las ventanas de los cielos y derramará bendición hasta sobre y abundará. Y la pena, hermana Caro, que nos dirija en esta oración de diezmos y ofrendas para la gloria de nuestro Dios.
Hello, have you ever asked about how to tithe in the law? How to observe the law in the brotherhood or in the church that you attend to? Why the pastors still ask for the tithe? Is the tithe still valid up to these times, or is it dead? Well, we are going to talk about it on this video. The tithe has its historical root in Genesis 14:20, when Abraham gives tithes of all to Melchizedek, king of Salem, after the Sodom war. Later in history, tithe became into a tax obligatory for the whole people of Israel. In Deuteronomy 14:22, we can read this decree. Nevertheless, people stopped from paying this tax, which benefited to the Levites. They had no possessions or inheritance. They lived dispersed through the whole land. In the New Testament, it's intended a new will where the old laws became abolished, and with them the tithe laws. However, pastors or leaders insist on convincing the confraternity members in which they must contribute with 10% of their salary. For some people, tithe must be 10% of the real production of every member. If I earn 100 but get discount of 8 by taxes, my salary is really 92. But the confraternity tithe shall be 10, because the retained amount of money is a benefit also to be tithed. So, every payday I shall take 10, so I will have 82 for my spendings. For others, tithe must be 10% of the total earnings. I earn 100, then pay 8 to taxes and insurance. My cash is 92, then my tithe is 9.20 every fortnight. Fine, but what do the Bible says about it? If we could go back to the past, our perception about tithe would be totally different. To get started, tithe would make us think about a barn, not always full of foods.
No sirves para ser pastor, no sirves para predicar.
Malachi 3:10 contains a curse for those who didn't give anything to the Levites, so they were invited to fill up the barn in order to get boon. Actually, tithe should not be anything different. Food is the help that pastors should receive from their disciples' hands, and that food shall bless out the poor people who don't have work or who are passing through a bad time. Nevertheless, some pastors refuse this kind of help. They argue that the church is not a dump.
Dejas tú de ser el centro.
If we wish to contribute cash money, the tithe must be calculated as follows. Deuteronomy 14:22. Thou shalt tithe the increase of the production once a year. Well, I earn 100. From now I deduct 20 of foods, 20 of services, 20 of house rent, and 10 of tuition fees. I still keep 30. This is the increase or revenue of the production. Now we take off 10%, so my tithe shall be 3. Supposing that I worked 25 fortnights through the year, my annual tithe pay shall be 75. This was to be happened in the first 2 years, but at the end of the third year thou shalt lay it up, so fatherless, widows, strangers and needy people can come and get help from you. For the great teacher, tithe was a part of publican hypocrisy, showing off a fake goodness. Tithe payments is not salvation warranty, so we must not give in order to be more rich. It must be done with love and by our own will. In the New Testament, there are samples of giving it all, not just a 10% increase of production. Remember that the servers live from our contribution and they have rights on receiving their own salary. Our economic contributions make possible to pay the rent, energy and services in the congregation place. If the pastor leader asks for the tithe, pay him the production increase tithe every year. Otherwise, give him what you want and what you can, giving thanks to the Lord for what have you been received. Thanks for watching, see you soon.
No nos sirve para levantar una congre.